Okay, so solving means in the end, I want x equals 3 or x equals 5 or x equals -7 or something like that. So first thing we're going to do when we are solving, and this one says by factoring. So we're going to get 0 on one side of the equal sign. So how do I get rid of this 12? Right. So minus x minus 12 equals 0. So nice and easy. Now factor that. That's your simple trinomial, two things that add and multiply. Anybody find two numbers that add to 1 and multiply to 12? 3 and 4. 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 goes at the back of the brackets. Now, they multiply to a negative number, so that means I have one of each sign. Which one gets the negative? 4. The bigger number gets the negative, yep. So are we done? No, because we haven't solved yet. So we've factored it. Now let's solve. What will x be in this bracket? -3. Perfect. And what will x be in this bracket? +4, yep. We did this last year. We did do this last year, yep. Okay, second equation, we have 3x squared equals 4x minus 15. What would you guys suggest I do first? Get rid of the 3x squared. So the problem with if I get rid of the 3x squared, when I bring it over, it's going to be negative. So get rid of it. So I would, yeah, personally, I always like my x to be a positive number. So I'm going to bring the 4x and the 15 to the other side. Keep my x a positive number. So somebody tell me what you're writing down then. Sorry, Bailey, say that again. Perfect. Can we take out a common factor? Nope. So what type is this? Complex trinomial. Make that chart and factor it. Okay. What do you do from here? It's going to cross multiply and try to 4. And 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 5 is, and a 9 and a 5 make 4. And circle those two sets in brackets. Okay, so 3 and 1, 5 and 3, right? Okay, so what's in my one bracket? Somebody tell me. And 5. What's in my other bracket? 1x and 3. Okay. They multiply to a negative number, so that means there's one of each. These two give me a 5x. These two give me a 9x. How do I get a negative 4x? Negative 9 plus 5. Okay, these give me a 5x. These give me a negative 9x. So negative 9 plus 5 is negative 4. Everybody okay with that? So let's jump down here. What is my root for this bracket? Negative 5 over 3. Anybody want me to take you through why that is negative 5 over 3? Even if one person would like that, let me know. Well, it's like the restrictions, but it's just, we're solving, right? So we're saying what x equals, but it's just like restrictions. Yes. Yep. So you're good? And what is my x value in this bracket then? Positive 3. So I've solved for x. Everyone good? Or any questions at all? Okay, so again, you got to get good on your factoring. So if you're not, do some extra. Okay, this is the quadratic formula. Everybody remember the quadratic formula?
I love it.
Which one do we want? Both. Oh, now everything is
Quadratic formula's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
This sound really haunts me.
good.
Yeah, it does.
The quadratic formula's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. The quadratic formula
gotta sing it.
just put it on the plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
Okay, are we good with that one?
Yeah, we do the rolling in the deep one.
Sure.
I hate this one. This one makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Same old. We've got a golden line, and you're not gonna make it
We
straight.
even found this video. I think our
We just Googled them online, yeah. Mr. Lee has one that's where it's a Norwegian guy who's singing, and he thinks that's hilarious.
What it's gonna involve. AX squared plus BX plus C. Instruments say equal. Everybody, you don't know what to do. Back in my day, I still have a clue. I start to panic, but then I solve for X. Quadratic formula is gonna help me out. Cannot discriminate to be what it's all about. B squared minus 4 times AC tells me the answer is pure imaginary. Stand for that's what it must be. I have to get my numbers from A, B, C. I'm plugging into quadratic formula. I can't stop singing.
Imagine having all like your math classes what was just really like this.
Down my territory, I can take a breath.
Doesn't that guy look like Lawrence?
Yeah.
He just had his head down.
It just doesn't go. I have to study more now. I'll be right. I saw. You're trying to pull me down. You're trying to pull me down.
I've never seen a yellow cloth.
It's not.
Okay, just out of curiosity, is this still going to record stuff, or have I totally messed everything up in terms of?
Yes.
The whole computer shut down, you can't record nothing now.
You just made it so you can't hear it, but it can hear.
Okay, so we're good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. So quadratic formula. So if we can't factor, so factoring is always our fastest and easiest way to get the roots if we can. But there's going to be times where we can't. So what do we have to do to use the quadratic formula for the first one?
How do you know if you can't though? I don't get it.
Okay, well, tell me one step first. What do we have to do first? Yeah. So 3x squared plus 5x minus 28. So this one here, you would basically have to think, okay, well, is this a complex trinomial? You could do the chart and figure out that there's nothing that when you cross multiply gives you a 5. That's the only way. Otherwise,
But can you use the formula like whenever? It doesn't, like, even if you can factor it?
yes, technically.
Okay.
Yep, it's way easier and faster if you can factor it to factor it. But yeah, if this was a complex trinomial, it would be hard to figure out, is it complex trinomial or can I use quadratic formula? So everybody write down your quadratic formula, sub in your A, B, and C, and get your potentially 2 roots. What is my A value I'm subbing in? What's my B value? And what's C? Nope. Yes. Anybody get a number under the root sign?
17.64.
Okay, before you did the square rooting, what did you get though? I didn't get 311. Who said that?
360.
I got 361 as well.
Oh.
I think I did this wrong. Are you not supposed to?
Even its own, it would be squared. So it's gonna be squared anyway. Okay then. So square root of 361? 19. So your two are gonna be -5 plus 19 divided by 6, or -5 minus 19 divided by 6.
How is it a plus there? Because of the negative?
Two negatives make a plus, that's right.
Okay.
If I were you, instead of doing it like this, I would throw that in one step in your calculator. So 5 squared minus 4 bracket 3 bracket -28 equals.
Okay.
So first of all, it's not a -5. Look at how P is a 5. Getting rid of that. But even if it was, we would put it in brackets. Okay, so bracket 5 was bracket squared. So we always put that in a bracket of what we work at this amount of this constant. So now put that in. Oh, then you have to.
You have to do, remember, like, you have to do -5 plus 19 divided by 6 and -5 minus 19.
Oh, you did, okay, -28, yeah. Which bracket? Here you go. I think I.
Oh. Let me do first, just have a look and then take the beautiful.
Yes, you, because otherwise you're just dividing the 19. So that's right. I haven't got the answers yet. Give me a second. Everybody okay with the square root of 361 and then 19?
Yep.
Is anybody not okay with that? I'll come help you on your calculator. Yes. We'll just do the stuff on the group sign first. We'll try to do that whole thing, just the stuff on the group sign. One thing at a time.
And how do you like replace that?
So now we're gonna break it up and get our two answers.
When I
So
put
one of them is -5 plus 19 divided by 6. The other one is -5 minus 19 divided by. So we're just taking the plus and the minus. Sorry, go ahead, Katie.
when I put it all into my calculator, like the stuff under the square root,
Yep.
it doesn't give me that answer. See, like, and then I do subtract 4 times 3. Oh, now it is. Of course, I show you.
You guys do realize, like, we have this little chip we put in us, so that when we come near a calculator, it works, right?
Oh,
I think it's actually true.
yeah. Whenever you like try and show them something, it always works when they come over. Yeah.
You should never feel like that. Because just so you know, I was a student once and it probably did the exact same thing to me when I put up my hand. Everybody okay with 2.3 and -4? Yep.
Oh, that worked just fine.
What you done? Think we're gonna find some good next. I don't care. If you're gonna go -5 plus 19, so that gives you 14 and 14 divided by 6 is 5.
If I was ever making that, I would like
That was on.
Oh, yeah.
I won't be there.
Oh, yeah. That was like those outfits were so 2008.
Now we have a game tonight. Okay, are we good? Try that one.
I get this now, but it's gonna get harder.
Can't get any harder.
It can't?
Not really, no. Well, just the numbers, right? So, yeah, no. If you understand how to throw it in, you're good.
I think she's lost yours. Can you just like leave the zero?
Yeah, you're just kind of forgetting about it. The whole point of that zero is you can't have something over here. So step number one would be to take it over. Everything has to be on one side of the equal sign.
Stop singing.
Sorry.
Yes. Yep.
Gotta sing a song, Bailey.
I am.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure it'd be +5. So just
Just so we're clear, what am I subbing in for A? What am I subbing in for B?
-5.
What am I subbing in for C?
-1.
Okay, good.
if it's a negative, so since it's a -5 at the front, it'd be 5.
Two negatives make a
Oh, yeah.
positive. Yep. Now, I'm gonna write in two negatives on my first step, just because people that aren't here, I don't want them looking at this going, why is that a positive? So I'm gonna show the two negatives which make a positive. We just finished our quiz, so I'll get completed that as soon as we're done. Okay?
She's joking.
She didn't even say anything, so I thought, okay. Oh. Hello? Hey, Jen. Sure, where do you want her to go? Yeah, no problem. Okay, bye.
Did anybody get 5.74 at all?
I haven't finished the whole thing. I'll tell you.
I got 5.
Okay.
33 is 5.7. Yes, that's 4. What'd you guys get under the root sign? 33, perfect, yep. Everyone okay with getting square root 33? Okay, we'll keep going with that then. Yep.
Can you put it all in at once?
It's actually 5.74. Yeah, 4 and 4.
And then that 5 goes, yeah, it keeps, we're good with this.
What's that?
5.7.
Yep, 5.7 technically, yep.
Didn't that go to 5.8?
Yes. Yes, technically,
Good.
because those 5s keep moving the
So you
4s.
can really want to round it, you can just say 6.
Well, really,
Yeah, it is 6.
Pardon?
could just run it.
Yeah, so technically, if you look out, I've got it's 5.7445. So that 5's going to round the 4 up to a 5, which rounds the next 4 up to a 5. So if we want to be really technical, 7.5 is right. I am not taking marks off if you put down 0.74. 5.8 again would be technical.
What? Yeah. What if we put a 6?
No, you have to keep at least one decimal or 2.
6.0.
But that's just good math.
Good math is giving an answer. What do we get for this one?
What?
3.5.
I did not get that.
What did you get?
I got
Okay,
6.7.
I got
2 points. I forgot.
Okay, 2.68. We could technically round that to 2.69 if we're being technical here, yes. And what did you get for the other one? Yep, so I'm gonna round that to 0.19 because it's 1875.
I think I
Did you press equals? So you
Yeah.
have to go 5 minus 5.75 equals, then divide it by 4, because otherwise if you don't press equals, it's just dividing your last number by 4. Yeah. Or the other option, put the entire top in a bracket. So bracket 5 minus 5.75 bracket divided by 4, if you want it in one step. Everybody okay with this? Okay. In a right triangle, one side, so let's make this, again, I'm a visual person, so I need to see this. So in a right triangle, one side is 7 centimeters longer than the other. The hypotenuse is 13 centimeters. Find the length of the other two sides. So give me something we can put onto this right angle triangle. Where does the hypotenuse is 13, okay?
Yeah.
What else can we put on?
X.
So it doesn't matter. There's my X. So this one is 7 centimeters longer. So X plus 7. Excellent. Now we have to find the length of the sides. We have a right angle triangle and we're talking about the hypotenuse. What'd you think? Let's do Pythagorean theorem. I like it. Yeah, for sure you could. However you choose to set this up.
You would do it different. Yeah.
So what do we want to, what has to be C?
13.
13, okay. So we've got X squared plus X plus 7 squared equals 13 squared.
Why is it? Oh, okay.
So side A, which we'll say is X, plus side B, which we'll say is X plus 7, equals side C, which has to be 13, because my C always has to be across from the right angle. So maybe we should clean this up first.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about we rainbow that out and get it all cleaned up for me? So rainbow, do whatever you need to do. Clean that up for me, please.
He's looking for a lot. Do you, like, when you're collecting, like, terms, do you also add in the other side?
We're going to bring that other side over, yes. Yep. Okay, so how many sets of brackets are here? So I'm going to write the two out side by side, again, especially for people that aren't here, that they can see what we're doing. And has anyone figured out 13 squared? Okay. So let's rainbow these two together now. So X times X, X times 7, 7 times X, and 7 times 7. Okay, what am I going to do now? Collect like terms, and can we at the same time bring this 169 to the other side?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I get when I collect like terms? Perfect. Okay, so it is telling us we're going to find the length of the other two sides. Does it say we're finding the maximum? Does it say we're finding the minimum? Okay, so if we're not finding the maximum and the minimum, we are finding the roots. So we have two options to find the roots. What are our two options for finding roots? Factoring or quadratic formula. Let's see if we can factor, because if we can, it is faster. What? Yep, so take out a common factor first, absolutely. Can we find two numbers that add to 7 and multiply to 60?
I can't.
Yeah.
12 and 5? I'm just gonna leave it here for a second. You guys figure out your signs. Don't say it out loud yet. So what are my signs? Positive 12, negative 5. So we know they multiply to a negative, so that means one of each. You're making your bigger number this sign. So that's why the 12 gets the positive, the 5 gets the negative. Okay, so what are my two roots? Negative 12. Okay, so I'm going to go back up to the question for a second. It said find the length of the other two sides. So does it make sense that we would have a negative 12? Okay, so I'm going to put a little line through that and say not applicable. We can't have a negative length of a side. We can't have the side length of the triangle is negative 3 centimeters. So it doesn't make sense. We can eliminate that. That does happen quite frequently. That one of our answers, we just completely forget about it. It doesn't make sense in the real world. Just so we're clear, and you don't give me that look anymore, can you think of a triangle whose one side length is negative 5 centimeters?
Looks funky, but it's like.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Rosalind's look to change. You can't think of a negative 5 centimeters, right? It's got to be 5 centimeters. So that's why we can get rid of this. We can't have a negative side length, right? Okay. So that means X is 5. So what is this side length then? This is 5 centimeters. What is this side length then? So you just need to go back and answer the question. So this side length is 5 centimeters. This side length is 5 plus 7 or 12 centimeters. Just so you know, tomorrow on your test, I've given you the two answers. Tomorrow on the assignment, what did I say? Assignment, sorry. Tomorrow on the assignment, I have given you the answers. You just have to figure out if you can get them by showing me your process. Okay, so you don't have to put your hand up at the end and say, is this right? You're going to know you're right because I'm going to say that the answer is 5 and 12 on the assignment.
I think you should do that on the test. Yeah.
Okay, so we would need some kind of a final statement. So side lengths, 5 centimeters and 12 centimeters. I don't want anything big. I'm not an English teacher.
Oh my God, our unit test is soon.
For what?
This unit.
Your unit test is Monday, October 30th.
That's soon.
Okay. Everybody okay with this one? Okay, let's try one more word problem. Let's try this one.
Yeah.
Well, the positive thing is next year you're going to be measuring things that you can't even imagine. So embrace the garden, you guys.
This year's going fast already.
Well, you said it loud. So.
I know.
So write out the question because you will have ones like this tomorrow as well.
I better start studying and get it soon.
Okay, so we have a garden, and the garden is 6 meters by 8 meters. So you can see the greens, interior portion is my garden. And obviously this is gonna be my 6 centimeters, and this will be my 8 centimeters. Does it really matter? No, not at all. It's just that the one side is clearly shorter than the other, so I'll mark it as the shorter amount. On your test or on a quiz or on an assignment, if you do it the other way, it does not matter. So there's our garden. It is 6 centimeters. No.
I swear all word problems are gardens.
And I will not rule out the fact that you might not get where you.
Yeah.
Like tiles and fences.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Okay, and it is gonna be doubled in area by adding a uniform strip of width on each side. So how much am I gonna add here? Oh, X, I like that. How much am I gonna add over here? X. How much am I gonna add here? How much am I gonna add up here? Okay, so it's X because we're adding a uniform amount, whether that's 5 meters or 1 meter or 0.2 meters or whatever. So we're gonna add the same amount on all the sides. So just out of curiosity, what is my new length gonna be then? Yep, so you have your 8 here plus an X plus an X. So 8 plus 2X, 2X plus 8, however you choose to write that. Want me to explain or go through that one more time?
Yes.
Okay, so you see how from here to here is 8 meters, plus we have an X down here, plus we have X here. So it's X plus 8 plus X. So X plus 8 plus X, and X plus another X is 8 plus 2X. Yeah, everyone good? So what is my width gonna be then? Yep, so from here to here is 6 plus an X plus an X, so 6 plus 2X. Oh, yeah. Okay, and it says that we are gonna double the area. Well, what was my original area in here? 48, so what would double that be? 96, okay. A formula for area of a rectangle? Nice, easy. If I give you one, it's gonna be one you should know. Just so you know, if you got to a test, if I gave you this question on a test, and for some reason you're like, I can't remember the area of a rectangle, that is something I would absolutely give you, because I'm not testing you on that, but I'm pretty sure whatever I give you will be the easy ones like this.
I'm gonna be the one.
You're gonna be the one who forgets. Okay. What did you tell me my new area has to be? 96, because we want to double the original area. The original area was 48, so 48 times 2 is 96. What is my length? Sure, absolutely doesn't matter. Which one I put as length and which one I put as, no, doesn't matter. And so 6 plus 2x. Okay, what are we gonna have to do right now? Rainbow and collect like terms and then bring that 96 over. So go ahead and do all that math. I know.
Guys, stop.
I believe them. They really mean it when they say this is fun.
It can be fun.
It is fun. What do you mean? You're not having fun?
No. Not at the moment.
Okay, 8 times 6. 48. 8 times 2x.
16.
2x times 6.
12x.
And 2x times 2x.
4x squared.
Okay, so let's just reorganize this and get a 0 on the other side. So when I reorganize it, I get 4x squared, 16x plus 12x, 28x. And when I bring over that 96, I've got 48 minus 96. In the question, am I asking you to find the maximum? Am I asking you to find the minimum? So what are you finding? Roots. How do we find our roots? Two options. Okay, factor or quadratic formula. What are we going to do first? We're going to factor it. So what do I get? X squared minus 12. What? 12.
7 and 12.
I heard also.
Did you guys get it, factor?
Yep.
Well, you did. Okay, great. Tell me what you get. 3 and 4. Okay. And what are my signs? When they multiply to a negative, I have one of each. Negative 3, positive 4, because negative 3 plus 4 gives me 7.
No, so you have to do the other thing.
What's the other thing called?
Oh my God.
So even though you think this works out, it's not working out when I put signs in there. So you can't factor this. So we need to use the quadratic formula.
Wait, what do you do with the 4 in the front then?
Okay, so personally, you can go back to this stuff right here.
You just do it.
What's that? Oh, geez. I have the eraser in my hand. Okay, so it doesn't factor. I like the fact that we tried it though. So go ahead and do the quadratic formula. Are we okay if we just end the lesson right here?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys can quadratic formula this. I want to hand out homework.